Okay, good morning, everyone. Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a pleasant holiday season. We will call this the January 5th Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Will you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, next up on our agenda is the election of officers. So Doug, I'll turn it over to you.
At this time, we would open the floor to either I forget if we do it one at a time or by slate, but let's open the floor to nominations of president.
I move to nominate Tracy Brown as president and Tom Murtaugh as vice president.
Right, any more nominations? If not, I'll close the floor. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, I'll turn the floor back over.
Okay, our first item of business is the approval of the minutes from our December 15th meeting, our Board of Commissioners executive session from the 15th and the 16th of December, and our final meeting of the year on December 29th.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve the 3 sets of minutes as submitted.
Second.
We have both a first and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, same sign, and that motion passes. Next up, presentation of payroll.
Mr. President, I'd like to recommend the payrolls dated December 14th, 2025 and December 27th, 2025 be approved without exception.
So move.
Second.
Having a first and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, and that motion passes. And looks like we have a resolution for our meeting dates, and those are generally the first and third Monday of every month, with the exception of Tuesday, February 17th for a holiday, and Tuesday, September 8th for a holiday.
And is there,
Should be a
I
third
think,
one.
January 19th as well as.
And January 20th for a holiday.
Mr. President, I move that we approve Resolution 2026-01-CM, meeting dates for the commissioners.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, and that motion passes. Next up, a resolution 2026-02-CM, a resolution for appointments of various department heads. That would be as follows: William Robinette, Building Commissioner; Kent Croft, Chief Information Officer; Paula Bennett, Commissioner's Executive Assistant; Corey George, Community Corrections Executive Director; Jeff Houston, Emergency Management Executive Director; Andrew Klein, Fairgrounds Property Manager; Stuart Klein, Highway Executive Director; Sadie McKinley, Human Resources Coordinator; Anthony Dildine, Maintenance Executive Director; Deanna Sieber, Tippecanoe Villa Director; James Harris, Veteran Service Officer; James Wolf, Weights and Measures Director; and Rebecca Humphrey, Youth Services Director.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve Resolution 2026-02-CM, the appointments for 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Next up, we have resolution for appointments to various boards. These are appointments from the Board of Commissioners. And I'm just going to read through Exhibit B, just the ones that are highlighted. There are a lot of names on here, but just a handful of them are commissioners' appointments this year. The Accessibility Coalition of Tippecanoe County, Tim Clark. Alcohol and Tobacco Commission, Holly Hughes. Animal Disease Control Emergency Coordinator, Dr. Chris Woody. Area Plan Commission, Vicki Pearl and Gary Schroeder. Board of Operating Company for Battleground Golf, Rick Oliver. Child Protection Team, Rebecca Humphrey. Economic Development Commission, West Lafayette, Steve Schreckengast. Human Relations Commission, Doug Allison. Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals, Peter Boa, Nate Gustus, Cheryl Butcher, and Brad Niehauser. Tippecanoe County Board of Health, Dr. Michael Bolin and Dr. John Thomas. Tippecanoe County Emergency Management Agency, Jim Lewis, Scott Ivy, and Jefferson Howells. Tippecanoe County Government Building Corporation, looks like we've got Diane Wendler. Tippecanoe County Partnership for Water Quality, Zach Beasley and Jacob Washlock. Tippecanoe County Redevelopment Commission, Paige Britton, Chris Lowe, and Chris Kessler. Wabash River Heritage Corridor Commission, Kern Derbyshire and Chris Gertz. And I believe that's the last one.
Mr. President, I move we approve Resolution 2026-03-CM, appointments to boards and agencies.
Do we need to read through Exhibit A on this as well?
You don't need to
Two.
read through
Okay.
them. I mean, it's as presented.
Okay. All right. I will second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, same sign. And that motion passes. We have a rezone.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion. We hear ordinance 2026-01-CM.
Second.
Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. All right, first rezone of the year. It's over on the west side. Our site is right adjacent to the city limits, West Lafayette. Roughly 25 acres. The site was rezoned from R1 to R3 earlier in last year, and the remaining R1 track was kind of left behind. The site in question, basically the area is all under development in various stages. It's an area that's kind of up and coming. It was subject to the portion of the Wabash-Tippecanoe Townships Plan area, and this specific area was set aside for kind of medium-density residential, and that was the heart of our recommendation is staff denial. The commission itself on December 17th recommended in favor 13-2, and so that was the final decision by the APC. So I'm happy to answer any questions on this commercial rezone petition.
So Ryan, there is a commitment for this?
There is not.
Okay.
There was not one offered at APC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any questions for Ryan?
Okay, thank you.
Petitioner?
Ryan Munden with RTS Law here on behalf of the petitioner. Thank you to Ryan for his presentation. Our rezone is driven by several factors. First is significant market demand. Secondly, which goes hand in hand with market demand, is lack of existing land appropriately zoned for commercial services to target a rapidly growing number of households in the immediate area. Our rezone will offer a synergy to these surrounding zoning classifications. And finally, the connectivity that the site offers. Regarding market demand, there are few remaining commercial development opportunities along the Sagamore Parkway West Corridor. There are no existing commercial nodes along Salisbury, North 50 West, and north of Calbert. However, as Ryan mentioned, there's been an explosion of development in this area over the last few years, including Aviata, Millbrook, SK Hynix, 3 phases of Buckingham's project, and 2 hospitals. With these new developments, there are approximately 2,000 single-family homes planned within 2 miles of the subject property, and hundreds of multifamily units are planned within 1 mile of the site. This planned growth is on top of several established neighborhoods within walking distance to this site. And the immediate area also offers some of the strongest household demographics in Tippecanoe County, which would support a commercial development here. Our client has already received interest in commercial development on the site, and as the residential supply is built out in the area, this interest will only increase. The viability of the subject parcel as GB is further enhanced by its connectivity to the planned County Road 425 extension with proposed intersections at Birch Mill Boulevard, North 50 West, and extensions of trails and sidewalks. There are a lot of exciting projects in this area, and adding a commercial component only makes these other projects even more exciting because it adds amenities that are available, that are not currently available. And finally, we did, after the APC meeting, submit a commitment to exclude certain GB uses. I think Doug and you all have a copy of that. So with that, we would request your approval and be happy to answer any questions you have.
Any questions for Ryan? Anyone from the audience like to make comments in favor of the project? Anyone opposed to the project?
Mr. President, I will make a motion that we approve the commitment that has been offered on this site, and that commitment excludes, and I seem to have misplaced that particular, oh, right here it is, I'm sorry. It prohibits this property to be developed into use for mobile home dealers, adult bookstores, farm machinery and equipment service and repair, drive-in motion picture theaters, and adult drive-in motion picture theaters, and adult motion picture arcade.
Made a motion. I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion passes. Okay, now for the rezone.
It's Jennifer.
It's a roll call. Murtaugh?
Yes.
Byers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-01 CM passes 3-0.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion. We hear ordinance 2025-44-CM, amendment to the Drainage Board fee schedule on second and final reading.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Zach?
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm before you today. This is the Drainage Board fee schedule on the second reading. It was approved by the Drainage Board in December, and also upon first reading by the Board of Commissioners in December. Basically, there's two halves of this ordinance, one of which is the drainage review fees for projects being submitted to the Drainage Board, and the second is the Phase 2 fees, which are sediment erosion and control driven fees. The latter was initially established by the county in 2005, and then the drainage review fees were first established in 2016. So this is the first time either one of them have been adjusted for inflation. So one's going on 20 years and the other roughly 10. So I'd happy to answer any questions, but one other point I would like to make, this was sent out to all the local stakeholders, home builders, the developers, and the local design community, and I did get some feedback, and I was able to address those questions. Also sent it to the Builders Association here locally. I believe they made a comment on the first reading, but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Zach? Would anyone in the public like to comment in reference to this ordinance, either for or against? Seeing none. Jennifer?
Byers?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Murtaugh?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-44 CM passes 3-0 on second and final reading.
Okay, Jennifer, I think you're up next.
Yes, this is an extension of a contract with Baker Tilly to compile our GAAP financial statements. The amount is not to exceed $117,000, which is about $7,000 less than 2024's compilation, and it's required of populations over 100,000. So I'm asking for approval to continue with Baker Tilly for that.
Mr. President, so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion passes. Good morning, Pat.
Hey, Happy New Year.
To you as well.
After this week, we don't have to say that again for a year.
Yeah.
This is, I think, our fourth year we're receiving money from the state for our high-tech crime unit. The total amount's $300,000. Of that 300, 299,000 and change, or 298,000 change is being used by the state IPAC to buy software and other equipment across the state. By purchasing for 10 different HTCUs, they get a better discount, bulk. So the remainder that just comes directly to us that we can spend is $102,112.42 for fiscal year '26.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we approve the additional grant disbursement of $102,112.42 for the high-tech crime unit.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And that
Thank you.
motion passes. Thank you, Pat. Morning, Corey.
I am here with two requests for a memorandum of understanding and contract with Alcohol Monitoring Systems and Adept. In short, these two providers will replace our current provider, Total Court Services, that provides all of our electronic monitoring equipment and on-site drug screening. We believe we will be getting better service delivery, technological advancements, and some efficiencies with our new provider. We've vetted several providers, and these two providers definitely stood out. It also comes with a significant cost savings on an annual basis. Conservatively, we're estimating around $250,000 could be saved, while again delivering same, if not better, quality of services. Both contracts have been reviewed with Doug, and that's what's before you this morning.
And what is the term? Is it multiple years?
The term with SCRAM, or the Alcohol Monitoring Systems, indicates 36 months. However, each one has a 30-day cancellation that Doug did review and seems to meet the standard. One other note, effective February 23 of 2026, that also provided that we gave our current provider a 60-day notice, which we did that.
Okay. Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we approve the memorandum of understanding with Adapt Drug and Alcohol Testing as outlined.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion passes.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we approve the master agency agreement with Alcohol Monitoring Systems, Inc.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion also passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm asking your permission to continue a contract with Lindsay Wright for our quality assurance, quality coordination. She's been with us now back for a year, on and off, previously for the last 5 years in our accreditation. It's a requirement that we have quality assurance and a person who provides outside lens in terms of the work that we do.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion, we approve the contract with Lindsay Wright for 2026 for quality assurance, staff retention, and compliance services at a rate of $2,000 per month.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And that motion passes.
Thank you.
Looks like next up, we have a ratification of right-of-way of entry. Doug, you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, and the agenda, I probably contributed to this. It says that it's for renovations of the YWCA property. That's probably because I used basically the same form as we had when we allowed that. But this is actually a right of entry allowing them to use that property at 6th Street for overflow parking on Sundays between the hours of 5 a.m. and 3 p.m. I think this was sort of happening anyway, but in any event, this formalizes their ability to use it. It puts insurance in place where they have to cover us for any losses and says they're accepting it as is. It's a term of a year and technically goes year to year, but either party can terminate for cause or convenience with 30 days' notice, so you're not locked in too strongly if you need it for other purposes.
Didn't this also cover snow removal or such?
Yeah, what was that term? Yeah, it just says, it also formalizes that in the event of snowfall, ice, or other inclement weather affecting safety of the use of the real estate, grantees shall, which is the Church of God, shall be responsible for snow removal and any other measures that are necessary to ensure their safe use of the premises.
Mr. President, I move that we approve this right of entry agreement with the City of God Church, Inc.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
Morning.
Morning.
First on my list, I would like to ask permission for youth services to apply for the juvenile community corrections funding for the FY27, which starts July 1st, 26 through June 30th, 27, in the amount of $271,637. The funding provides the school-based and home-based services, home detention, and other evidence-based programming for the youth and families.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we grant permission to apply as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion passes.
I'd like to ask permission for Circuit Court to accept the 2026 Problem-Solving Court Grant from the Indiana Supreme Court in the amount of $5,700 to support the Veterans Court.
Mr. President, move to grant permission to accept as stated.
Second.
You have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
And I
That motion
believe you
passes.
have up there the MOU with Purdue for the interns from the Irish to work with the Health Department in environmental for 2026. They're supposed to come in January, I believe. Stacy here?
Mr. President, I'll make a motion we approve the MOU with Purdue University as stated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. That motion passes.
And I forgot to put on there, but I'd like to announce that the TROSCC funding for RFA3 will come out in January. We have our first quarter meeting January 15th, and we hope the application will be out before that, the first of that week. On our Tippecanoe County website is where you'll get it. Thank you.
Do we have any unfinished or new business? Doesn't look like we do. We have a report on file from the Tippecanoe County Building Commission that will be available in our office immediately after this meeting. Would anybody from the public like to make any comments?
Move to adjourn.
We are adjourned.